Welcome back. A major milestone for America's independence from communist China this week when NVIDIA announced it is beginning manufacturing of its most advanced semiconductor chip, partly to be used for the military here in America, answering the call from President Trump to bring the supply chain and manufacturing back to the United States. NVIDIA announced its fastest AI chip is now being fully produced in Arizona. The company also announcing a string of deals at its GTC conference in Washington this week, including a $1 billion investment in Nokia for a 2.9%
Side note, I love Arizona, by the way. Let's keep going.
stake, a partnership with the Department of Energy to build 7 new AI supercomputers, and a rollout of partnerships across technology, healthcare, and transportation, teaming up with Eli Lilly on drug discovery, Palantir on enterprise AI, and Uber on its next-gen robotaxi fleet. In the middle of it all, as hundreds of billions of new money has been moving into AI infrastructure, NVIDIA's stock has been on a tear, this week hitting an incredible milestone of being valued at $5 trillion. Unheard of. But it has happened. Joining me now in this Sunday Morning Futures exclusive is the president and CEO and founder of NVIDIA, Jensen Huang. Jensen, congrats.
Okay, so before Jensen gets started, first off, let me just give a round of applause for NVIDIA and a round of applause for myself. This is not an endorsement, but I do have NVIDIA stock, so I'm feeling pretty good today. Listen. So in amongst all of the chaos, and you know what I'm talking about, outside of what we touch on in our community, there's still immense opportunities to create wealth. And I don't talk about generational wealth because I believe you need to get wealth within your own lifetime first. Then we can start planning about the next generations. But it's about like what we can do right now. Man, when I'll tell you, listen to me. There's so many opportunities. There's so many job opportunities. Okay, so let me give you some insights. I am in cybersecurity. More specifically, I'm in cloud security. So I deal with infrastructure on a daily basis. And when I tell you that the adoption of AI and the way things are moving and how rapidly the change is happening, in the midst of that, yes, there's going to be some uncertainty. There's going to be, some disruption, some job loss and things. And obviously, I feel for those industries. But even within the industry, I believe every single sector is going to be interrupted in some way. Now, some may be more massive than others, but now we're on the precipice. We're on the leading edge of so many different breakthroughs to where NVIDIA is valued at $5 trillion. You can have an opportunity to get in on this if you have the proper skills. And this is where my study halls come in at, where we study. Matter of fact, let me give a quick plug. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m., we study live, right? Why are we doing this? Because upskilling and putting yourself in a position to take advantage of this, you will never have an opportunity like this in our lifetimes. I really, truly believe that. I believe that now is the time to strike. And NVIDIA, as well as OpenAI, Palo Alto, and a couple other companies have been on my radar for quite some time for the last year or so because I've been watching them evolve and I've been watching them be on the cutting edge of like leading technology. So when you see a lot of these partnerships, let me kind of bring you behind the curtain because I am a part of one of the biggest mergers that has happened in the last, I want to say 5 years. So I work at a tech company, and even with what we're doing and the way that we're rolling in the new company throughout our entire security stack, I cannot tell you that, yes, there's a restructuring happening, but there's being new jobs created every day, every single day. AI infrastructure engineer, AI security engineer, artificial intelligence and machine learning engineer. I can keep going on and on and on. So the reason why you want to learn about these things, you want to learn about generative AI, agentic AI, and learn how to work these models and how it fits within what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, is because I believe those are the people who are going to command the highest salary in the next, really now, but the next 3 or 5 years, no doubt about it. I am going to become a multimillionaire off of W-2 alone based off of what I'm learning right now. I said it. I am going to become a multimillionaire just based off of my W-2 skills. So gone are the days of people saying, oh, you don't want no 9 to 5. Gone are the days of people talking about you need to be an entrepreneur and blah, blah, blah. Listen, all those things still work too, but don't get it twisted. If you have the right job with the right company at the right time within the right market, I know people right now, and I'll show you, I know job descriptions open right now that the full compensation package is 1 million, 1.5 million. Yep, I said it. The full compensation package, and that's base pay, equity, meaning stock. You get your sign-on bonuses and you have your yearly performance bonuses. All those things, because you get paid 3 to 4 different ways once you get on this side of, the workforce, right? Once you get into tech, once you get into customer success and engineering and all of these things, you get paid multiple different ways. And I would tell you, it's not uncommon for the base pay to be $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 just for the base pay. And the secret is a lot of the executives, they take less in base pay and they take more in equity and what can be paid out based on how successful the company is and how it performs. So despite all of the different things going on, and obviously I know that you seeing me, I give prayers every day. I pray for people every day who is in tough situations, but we have to get out of that mindset. We have to understand what's going on, but also not get too distracted to where we don't see the opportunities that are sitting right in front of our face too. We gotta be able to do both, guys. Let's just listen to a little bit more.
Congratulations to you. What a moment in time. $5 trillion in market value. How are you feeling?
Well, it's a great honor. It's a great achievement. It took us 30 years to reinvent computing and started this complete AI platform shift. And now the industry is off on a decade-long build-out. And so really excited with the achievement.
Tell me about manufacturing.
All right, I want to touch on that real quick. So listen to what he just said. He said it took them 30 years to build up to the point to where they are right now. And he foresees another 10 years before the world really see the full effects of the AI rollout to what they're doing right now. So what does that mean for you? Because I want to be more action oriented. Let me bring myself up. So what that means is there's still time. So yes, I talked about new jobs being created every day, but you got to be educated. You got to go out there and be willing to put the work in. If you want to, you don't have to do a damn thing. If you want to get these type of paydays that I spoke about earlier, now's the time to go get educated, go get the hands-on skills, go get the certifications, go get the education behind yourself, right? Like me, myself personally, I'm going back to get my bachelor's degree in computer science. Like, of course, I'm doing that. And my employer is going to pay for it. And I'm going to do it while I'm still working full-time and while I'm building my business simultaneously. Why? Because if I don't do it, who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? If I don't do it, who's going to do it for me? All right. So my question to you is, am I going to see you there? If you're watching the video up until this point, you already got what it takes, because most people click off in 2 to 3 minutes. They're already gone. So if you're watching up to this point, I want you to subscribe, because that means that you are part of the family. You're moving in the right direction. Hit the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bells. Come and join me on study with me on live study halls, right? On Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern. Let's get this money, man. Ain't nobody gonna do it for us.